Hi, so today is day 9 of the Releasing Strain series. So, like I talked about in the last video, when I was talking about how I finally escaped after 10 years, I've taken a break over the last 3 months from doing like the daily strain releasing series, but I'm back on it and I'm just like continuing it off because the last time it was on day 8. I'm continuing to day 9, but there's been like a 3-month break. I explained it more in the last video, the 10-year video. But essentially, it was because I was living with my parents and that was like inhibiting my progress. Um, Essentially, with the Indian parents, they basically don't allow you to move out into a marriage. And even though I didn't want to live with my parents, I kept like challenging them and trying to move out. I was facing like loads of obstacles. Like for example, when dad tried to kill me, tried to chop my head off, he tried to molest me. I was heavily malnourished on like a malnourished diet. He drugged me with antipsychotics. I got like brain damage. Then I died, and then I had to get revived. And another thing as well. This is probably the biggest. Was a lot of the control was like psychological, meaning because I was always craving like love, acceptance, and approval from my parents. My parents don't want me to move out. That psychological control would make me lazy, and I basically wouldn't accomplish anything through most of my 20s. And it made even some things like goal setting, like doing eyesight stuff, very difficult. And throughout most of my 20s, I was literally like forced into slavery. Like I wasn't even getting paid. Like I was working for my dad for free for 10 years. It ended up sort of kind of working out because I ended up getting like some properties from him at the age of 27. But then it also got complicated because then he started embezzling money and like the whole structure of it. Like now I don't like there's like a loan, but the whole loan setup is like very strange. It's like a whole complicated thing, and so I needed like a break to sort of like address and like process everything and develop a clear thinking mind because I couldn't think for myself living at home with my parents. I could only think for myself if I move out, if I live on my own. And now that I've lived on my own, my mind's a lot clearer. I had like a whole bunch of like junk at my parents' place. I just like donated like 90% of it, like a whole bunch of like stuff that I didn't even need that would like interfere with like my own mental clutter. I also wasn't aware that diet would like have that much of an impact because I wasn't aware that the nutrients in like animal products that are essential for like brain development, like keeping like a clear mind because that helped a lot. So I just needed just like a short break just to like mentally like deal with everything, especially with like the whole business and like getting control of it and like the things like how my dad he has got his own accountant, but you like everything was all controlled by my dad, and I wanted to like regain control. So there was a lot of like I was just like focusing on that. But now like I started doing going back onto the day like right now is like day 9, and I want to like continue this, and I want to basically make this a success and like focus on like fully regaining my eyesight and document the whole thing because I think it will be interesting. I think people will be like want to know the whole journey and like everything that I had to like deal with and everything. I had to like fully regain it. So I started off like because I think in my older videos I was talked about having like some sort of like checklist. I think checklist is important because you need like sort of like dopamine to sort of help you keep track of like okay, how can I improve my eyesight? And so with my checklist, the best sort of like well the metric I've got right now is like time spent releasing strain. I've sort of like restarted it now because I had like the old checklist, but like I'd rather just like start again with like my new place and just like fully lock in. So now I'm gonna like fully try and lock in and just like take this seriously. And my goal is I want to fully regain my eyesight within 1 year, and I think I can do it. So I've got like this document here. It's just like releasing. I just put at the top releasing strain, the date, and my goal is because my eyesight's really bad. I can't even read at like reading distance, like without glasses. Like that's how bad my eyesight is. So the prescription like of the glasses that my optometrist gave me is like a -4, but I don't use those ones. I just like literally go online and buy weaker ones and create my own like prescription like -3.5, 3, 2.5. And I talk about like I'm not gonna repeat it again because I've talked about it in like the other like daily series of like strain awareness. So you can just like watch it all the days and just learn about it there if you want to know about that. Just watch those ones. But yeah, so I'm gonna go back onto this Um, yeah. So I think what I'll do right now, I'll do like the usual stuff like with me releasing strain. I'll write down like how much time I've spent like releasing strain, starting from today, and then we'll see like okay how many hours did it actually take me by the end to fully regain it, like how many times did I spent doing this. I'll also need to I just need to lock in. Like I need to stop being so like because the glasses are like very comfortable. Like it's very easy to become like complacent like wearing them. Like the ones I'm wearing now, like -3 doctors, and it's very easy to just get comfortable like wearing them and just not really like locking in. But I need to lock in now. So just to give you an idea, I'll show you like where my eyesight's at. Because I've got like a reading material here. Point C. If you can see. So if I, okay, I'll show you how far, like what's the distance that I can actually read at, so you can gain like an idea. So I'm going to take my glasses off, and then you can like have a visual sort of interpretation of where my sight is at, sort of as a way to act as like a benchmark, so you know, okay, is my eyesight actually improving? So you can see, like, okay, I've been reading this, and my eyesight's at this level, and then where is it at, like in a month's level, or like 2 months or whatever. So we'll see that. So I'll take my glasses off. So I took my glasses off, and I'm going to show you like where at what distance I can read it. So here, I can not really comfortably like. Damn, I have to read it like here, like this level. I have to read it at this level to be able to comfortably read it. That isn't ideal. Like for if I want to like sit down, it's gonna create like a, it's gonna mess up my back. So I need to like increase the distance. It needs to be ideally like here. I don't know if you can see it. Ideally, I need to be be able to read from here. Yeah, I need to be able to read from here. Right now, I need to go all the way here. So I need to go from here to like here. That's the progress I need. I need to go from basically where my glasses are at, like when I take them off. So where from here, I need it, like I can read from here without my glasses. I need to go from here to like here. So that's sort of like a good visual sort of representation, because with goal setting, you sort of need to have like a visual sort of understanding where you want your eyesight to be at. So I think that's a good sort of metric to aim for, of how much, because now like a visual interpretation of what level my eyesight I want to be at, and if I can get it to that level, I can then literally comfortably read without glasses, which is the ultimate goal. Like, well, it's gonna help me. It's not the ultimate goal, but it's gonna help me a lot in terms of, in general, like not needing to wear glasses. I think what I'll do next time is I don't know if I can like measure the actual, I'll probably like measure the distance next time. So there's like, it's like a more accurate reading level. Like, so I have a more accurate metric of like where my visual level is at and what my goal is to get to. Because ultimate goal is like reducing the amount of time I spend in glasses. In fact, even if I can like get to that level like I just showed you with my eyesight, I can probably not wear glasses even when I'm at work, because I'm at work, basically work at a warehouse at a parcel, as a parcel sorter, and so I only need to be able to read like the numbers of the parcel on the conveyor belt. Like that's it. Like I don't really need like super sharp vision. I just need to get to that level. And if I can get to that level, then I can significantly reduce the amount of time I spent wearing glasses, which is going to improve. It's going to compound. So I think I have like a goal to aim for, what I need to do. And so that's like one aspect of the eyes, I think. The gaining like a clear clarity of like what goal you need to get to. And then it comes to like how much time you spent doing the strain awareness thing. So I'll do like 5 minutes. I'll do like 5 minutes of like strain awareness now, and then I'll like wrap it up, and then I'll do like some more later on during the day. Like later on during the day, I do more like strain awareness stuff, and I'll just like jot it down, and I'll let you know like how much time I spent yesterday like doing the stuff, and if I'm like on track with my goals. Because having something that you can like objectively measure helps you reach the goal a lot quicker. Like I know I talked about before, like it's just focusing on releasing the strain and all that, but like it's like a foggy way of like setting goals. Like it's hot, like it's easier to set goals if you can like measure it. There's some method of way of measuring it, then it's naturally easier to set the goal of actually achieving the goal. And I think that's the main goal. Like you need to be like goal oriented, and the best way to be goal oriented is have something like measurable. But anyway, so I've made clarity of what the goal is. So now I'll do like the exercise for like 5 minutes. Okay. So this is literally all the strain I've been carrying for like years and years. Probably mostly from like trauma, going back all this since childhood. I'm like finally releasing it as an adult. It's easier now, like now that I'm living, and now that I've like physically separated myself from the cause of the trauma, which is my parents. It should be a lot easier now to like reach the goal. Yeah, so I can feel a lot of tension in my neck and eyes and everything. I think it'd be funny if everyone was always aware of the strain all the time. And they're literally making like funny faces like me, like all the time. Like whenever they take their glasses off, they would just do that, like all the time. See how long I've got. Could do for 2 more minutes. Yeah, I think the biggest difference is definitely going to be like what I do throughout the day, not just these like 5-10 minute slots. I think I need to do this in conjunction with like daily, like get into the habit of like not wearing my glasses throughout the day, because I've definitely been like complacent in like wearing glasses for too long. I need to like challenge myself to not wear the glasses too much. It's literally all tension and stored up in my neck. That's literally all that is. I think I'll wrap it up for right now. I think I just want to do like a few minutes of it. But what I'll do is I'll do a few more I'll do a lot more throughout the day. And I'll just like keep a track of it, like how much time I spent doing that. And then I'll put like notes, like how, like in general throughout the day, how long was I wearing glasses, and what could I do to like reduce the time I spent wearing glasses, or like what goals can I achieve. So for example, with the goal of being able to read a reading distance without glasses, that can significantly reduce the amount of time I spend wearing glasses by that. I think that will go a long way, to be honest. So I'll do that. I think I'll wrap it up for today's video, and I'll see you tomorrow.